There are spirits in the present modern church of this world that are preventing successes. There are spirits that are causing train wrecks and derails and people's mind to be caught off of primary issues. There are spirits in the church atmospheres that have been camped out for years, and we need to go back to private meetings of people that enjoy just keeping themselves fresh and clear for today. That was the life of 300 years of the early disciples. Their primary thing was staying in communion with our actual invisible friend and being like little children with joy together, with no fakeness, no evil. I mean, when they were being tortured, they said, look, we're just connected with Messiah. Among us, no evil is done. That's all they would say. We just do no evil. And we enjoy life. And we find others to care for. I went to Calgary, Alberta to care for God and family. And miracle relationships happened. I mean, we're just being sent from place to place to care for God and neighbors and strangers. And who is our neighbor? Jesus says our neighbor is just a person in the human family who is suffering or who has needs. And you care for first those who are clearly caring for others. If you see that a person is truly, efficiently, and effectively caring for others, then you care for that person, because that person is being touched by heaven to care for others. So there are layers of who you care for. Yahoo! Watch out! Private meetings. The early disciples had two types of meetings. Open meetings with learners and visitors, and private meetings with happy, ecstatic people who are actually in supernatural connection with Jesus. Start having regular private meetings with the kids, and the men's responsibility is to say, hi, you guys, here are the areas where I'm still crazy. Here's where there's probably a couple of demons fooling around with me. The areas that I need to watch out for are this thing and that thing, and I have problems with these things. So I'm asking for you guys' help. That's the beginning of the honesty and communion group. Male human being who are being an example to the women and children about how to cheerfully be real about our downsides. And, you know, the real daddy, the male human being, is like, okay, just like King David, who was a good guy who God loves. Study King David. Here's King David. He's a guy who is connected with heaven. And guess what? His body actually wants to enjoy a woman, and she happens to not be his woman. So your women, you have to be prepared. You have to train your boys. Women, your guys, your sons, your fathers, your grandfathers, your pastors, your teachers, whoever, they are going to be tending to be like King David from time to time. So you need to stay clear and open, and you need to maintain open-heartedness in a fun private meeting where you are challenging the guys to challenge one another. Hey, you guys, how are you not being right towards, your wife or that woman what you're with, or the family? How are you not being right in the eyes of God? And the men need to challenge one another to be totally excellent. That's the game. And there's demons all over the church that just want to, oh, we're going to preach. Oh, we're going to have a worship party. Oh, we're going to talk about the doctrine of baptism or the doctrine of this thing or that thing. And people get all hyped up on stuff and they're not admitting the crap that needs to be addressed in their lives. Come on, let's do this. Private meetings. Put the communion and the bread on the table and say, okay, can't touch this. First, we got to clean up and be honest about the whole package of our lives with a group of friends that really care for one another. Private meetings.